I typically go to the museum with friends or family to spend an enjoyable evening or an afternoon, which kind of segues into the reading and how museums face challenges on the topic of slavery because it's not the typical pleasant, easygoing museum watching experience. It can kind of conflict with visitor expectations and could lead to feelings of discomfort. And there's also the aspect of poor storytelling and how you, in a bad scenario, can reduce slaves and people to just numbers. And the Whitney plantation, I feel, is similar on the fact that there's kind of a different expectation than what you would get at a traditional museum, in this case, a plantation, where it's probably more focused about the owners and the story of how they came to health, on the beauty of the property and the mansion. But Whitney is all about the enslaved people. There's the names, the personal stories on that long wall that you can see, or that area that you can see in the video with all the different names of the slaves. And it really doesn't have an effort to try to make visitors comfortable. It's just exposing what was happening there, making insights to those people who might not have known about that or those particular people in that area. With the body world's discomfort, there's definitely a lot of discomfort coming from the fact that it's real human bodies, which has a major shock factor and a bit of uneasiness. There's also some ethical questions, like if that's okay to display, which I personally think it does. I think what might not be talked about as much, but makes people very uncomfortable, is looking at these. In the video, you could see people playing sports, exercising, eating, having sex, and this kind of pushes the boundary and gets people thinking about what they're eating, their fitness activities, because the kind lady walking us through the tour, she talks about how people doing the survey afterwards notice an improvement in their smoking habits, or they're more cognizant of what they eat and how often they exercise. And that level of discomfort probably pushes them to make that change for the better. And in my opinion, I think that there should be museums that challenge and some that are more focused on comfort. Like in different scenarios, different museums should focus on either or. I don't think it should be general, although I think it's probably more important to have more challenging museums, considering most are typically comfort. I think that they each need to be doing their own thing, but if we were to have more of one, it would be the challenging one because there's less of them, I feel.